What are some unethical but legal ways to make good money? Don't listen to this guy. I have a YouTube channel about how to avoid online scams. Support me on Patreon for only $9.99 per month. Oh God, I have a good one. And it's technically catching people doing something illegal. But the way my dad's old boss operated, it just felt awful to watch. So when a bar shows, say, a boxing match, apparently they are supposed to buy the match separately on each TV. So for a big sports bar with 75 TVs, it can be pricey. Some bars will just buy a couple or even one license and broadcast them on all of the TVs. The boss would buy the rights to pursue the offenders, if I recall correctly the process, and then sue the bar owners per TV that the fight was shown on, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. The part that felt unethical was that he didn't do this full-time as his main gig. He kept all of these fight rights on deck, and whenever he needed money to put in a pool or invest in something new, he'd pick one of his files that hadn't expired yet, sue the bar owner into oblivion, sometimes years after the fight, and then move on to whatever the new opportunity was. I know for a fact it led to multiple establishments having to close their doors. Payday loans and rent-to-own schemes. Get elected to Congress. Serious answer. Buy something in bulk on AliExpress at a nice discount on top of the already cheap prices. Sell the items on eBay for a lot more, or open up a booth at the mall or flea market, selling at a substantial markup. AliExpress is filled with bootleg gaming systems that people will buy. My dad had this great idea to go door-to-door installing peepholes, and you can start your pitch with, "I bet you would have liked to know who was on the other side of this door." Each one costs like $5, installation for $50, and be done in 5 minutes. Have a place to rent and charge a $50 application fee. Keep accepting applications, but don't approve anyone. This is definitely an interesting and potentially controversial topic. The idea of finding unethical but legal ways to make money is definitely intriguing. I can't believe some of the things people have come up with. From exploiting loopholes in broadcasting licenses to exploiting people in need of money with payday loans and rent-to-own schemes, it's wild to think about the lengths people will go to for a profit. But one of the most shocking things I read was about the door-to-door peephole installation scheme. It's both clever and kind of shady at the same time. I mean, who wouldn't want a peephole installed for just $55? But the idea of using a potential safety feature as a way to make quick cash is kind of unnerving. Have you ever encountered or heard about any of these unethical but legal money-making schemes in real life? If so, what was your reaction? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move right into our next Reddit post. What are some mysterious cult-like bad vibes towns across the USA? Powers, Oregon. Stopped at the diner for coffee once on a drive-thru. I kid you not, like straight out of a movie, the other patrons just turned and quietly stared, not touching their own plates until we left. Some friends and I experienced the same kind of thing in a bar bowling alley in Wisconsin. We decided to go out for bowling, and when we walked into the bar in the front, it was like it went from bustling to very hushed and everyone was watching us. The bowling alley in the back was totally deserted and eerie. It was super awkward to be the only people playing, and I swear anytime we glanced behind us towards the bar, we'd catch everyone staring. We all agreed it was one of the creepiest experiences we've had. Hilldale, Utah is where the FLDS is based. They're a polygamist offshoot of the Mormon Church. Their leader is currently spending a life sentence for rape. The Netflix documentary Keep Sweet and Obey covers the sect and their crimes. Don't forget Colorado City, AZ, same situation. Clearwater, Florida. I had known it was the HQ for Scientology, but had never been there. Last month, I was visiting family in Florida, and my best friend lives a few towns over from Clearwater. He took me to a place that entailed driving through downtown Clearwater. It is impossible not to notice that every building had brand new paint. All the shops looked sparkling clean, and there was not a soul to be seen. All the neighboring towns had hundreds of people milling about, but Clearwater looked like a ghost town. It looked like the set of a Twilight Zone episode. Seabrook, WA, it is idyllic. perfectly idyllic, too much so. Strong Stepford Wives vibes. I read somewhere that it was inspired by the town in The Truman Show. Moscow, Idaho, has an actual cult with thousands of followers. Their leader, a self-ordained pastor, has publicly stated he wants to take over the town and turn it into a theocracy. They are deeply misogynistic, marital rape isn't possible, and have a history of sexual abuse within their group. The leader defended a student of their college who raped his host family's daughter, excommunicated the daughter, and then presided over the rapist's wedding. Their members keep running for local office and failing, but they are buying up all the property in town and moving in people from all over the country to attend their private school, theology college, and church. Moscow also happens to be the town where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered in 2022. Man, this was years ago, but it was around 1998 or 1999 when I was 9. My family drove us to Mount Rushmore from Denver. We stopped off the highway in a random Wyoming town with a population of just over 100. We had a choice between 2 restaurants and entered one. Straight from a horror movie, when we walked in, the entire restaurant, packed with most of the town, fell silent. We ate and everyone was staring at us. My sister and I believed they were going to murder us. We left, and it turns out our parents also thought we were going to be murdered. Colorado City, AZ, Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints stronghold. Lots of inbreeding. Collinsville, OK, has a diner named Karen's Country Corner, formerly Country Corner, where the local chapter used to meet every week. It used to have racist signs on the edge of town. One of the most racist places I've ever had the misfortune of finding myself in. The comments describe some very interesting and eerie experiences in small towns across the USA, from strange silences and stares to various cult-like and strange vibes. It's fascinating to hear about these mysterious and unsettling places. Oh man, these stories are wild. It's like something straight out of a horror movie or a suspense thriller. Imagine walking into a small town diner or bar and feeling everyone's eyes on you, almost like you're being sized up or judged. That would give me some serious chills. I can't even imagine how awkward and creepy it must have felt to be in those situations. And the fact that there are actual cults and offshoot religious groups in some of these towns is just mind-blowing. I'd love to hear more about these experiences. Have you ever visited a town that gave off weird or cult-like vibes? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move right into our next Reddit post. Which celebrity endorsed a product that was complete crap? I love all the celebrity endorsements for mobile games these days. Does anyone really believe Steve Harvey is sitting around playing Sudoku on his phone all day? I love that in most of them you can see the little cameo logo in the corner. Should be held accountable for their involvement in the disaster. Oprah so many, haha. Related to that, Dr. Oz wouldn't have gotten as popular as he did if he hadn't been featured on her show. Basically all the NFT promotions. Don't forget the growth gummies by Khloe Kardashian that made your hair grow, allegedly. Gwyneth Paltrow faced up her reputation to sell quality products. Tom Selleck's reverse mortgages. Not George Foreman, that's for sure. This conversation is interesting as it explores the topic of celebrity endorsements and the products they endorse. It's always amusing to see famous faces promoting things that seem completely unrelated to their persona. I mean, come on. Who really believes Steve Harvey is spending his free time playing mobile games? And let's not forget those NFT promotions, or Khloe Kardashian's growth gummies that supposedly made your hair grow. But the one that really stands out to me is Tom Selleck and his reverse mortgages. Really, Tom? It's like these celebrities are willing to put their reputation on the line for a quick buck. But honestly, can we blame them? I guess the allure of fame and money is just too strong. It makes you wonder how much they actually believe in these products themselves. So what's your take on celebrity endorsements and the questionable products they promote? Can you think of any other outrageous examples? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move right into our next Reddit post. What's a simple sign that someone is rich? They have midday hobbies instead of a job. I have skills, but I'm just unemployed. Rich people don't put their couch against the wall. Rich people don't have couches, they have sofas. Don't know the price of common things because they don't need to know. It's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10? And build affordable housing for those in need. I would also invest in education and job training programs to help people lift themselves out of poverty. Money can't solve all the world's problems, but I'd do everything I could to make a difference. When they wear all black outfits, all their blacks match. As a bank teller, when I open up their account and see that they have a ton of money, most of the rich people I've met, you wouldn't know they are passing them on the street. I know some rich people who wear worn-out clothes and drive a beat-up car. I guess you would have more money if you didn't spend it on anything. There are several ways to tell, but clothes that fit perfectly, with no visible labels or symbols, are usually a dead giveaway. This collection of comments is quite interesting and provides various perspectives on the signs of wealth. When I read these comments, it reminds me of a time when I worked as a bank teller and was surprised by the wealth of some of our customers. It's true that many of them didn't fit the stereotypical image of rich people. They dressed modestly and drove regular cars, making it impossible to guess their financial status just by looking at them. It was an eye-opening experience to see that wealth doesn't always come with flashy displays of luxury. Have you ever had a similar experience where you were surprised to learn about someone's wealth or lack thereof? What signs do you look for in determining someone's financial status? Well, that's another episode of Ask Reddit in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.